based on the episodes I've had before this, being a great leader, because again, in this time of the coronavirus pandemic, where there's so much waiting around and what should I do? Well, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to be a victor or a victim? You're going to be on offense or defense. So this series is about being a victor and being on offense. And one of them is being a leader in your home, making sure your family is taken care of. And not just your family inside your house, but maybe your extended family, your mother, father, grandparents, aunts and uncles, making sure you're checking in with them. But let's just talk about the immediate family in home, because I remember when I almost went bankrupt over 30 years ago. My business was in the dumps. And I had to go home and let my wife know, and I had to go home and tell my kids that we couldn't do certain things before. And they all looked at me, especially my kids, and they were scared. I could see the fear in their face. They didn't know how scared I was. But again, I was a leader, right? I have to show them how we're going to get by this. But I remember one of the first things my son said, will I be able to go to college? Now, he was only 8 years old. I said, Albert, you will go to college. But it shows you what they're thinking. You want to be able to have meetings with them and say, you're hearing things at school or maybe from your friends. Of course, their schools are shut. They're hearing things from friends. Any questions? You have any problems? Anything you have questions about? Any fear? What do you fear the most about this? What disturbs you? What concerns you the most about this? Now, I remember one of the things our kids were concerned about is like, are we going to be able to take a vacation? And by the way, we knew we weren't able to take a vacation, but we said, let's get them involved. So it shows my age, but we got an Ovaltine jar. Some of the older people out there will know what Ovaltine is. It's a mixture of milk, sort of a chocolate drink. And we got this when they had a tin cap, and I put a slit in it. I said, this is a vacation jar. We put a vacation sign in it. And anyone who had spare change, a penny, a nickel, whatever, you put in the vacation jar. And you know what? The kids loved it. Now, we eventually took like a day somewhere because that's all we could afford. And the jar did not cover it, believe me. But the thing is, they got involved. You want your kids to get involved. This is an anxious time for them, your spouse. A leader gets people involved to make up the solutions. A leader doesn't have all the solutions, right? A great leader. They depend on input, but they take care of people. They make sure issues are addressed. So, by the way, when you're talking with your kids at the end of any kind of meeting with them, always give acknowledgments, always give compliments. Albert, thank you for thinking up the idea of the vacation jar. Joe, thank you for saying that, we don't really need that video game subscription anymore. Something like that. Let them know they're involved. If this resonates with you somehow, please listen as I make more of these, or please share them with other friends that you think this might be of help.